Okay guys, prepare yourselves for what is probably the cringiest video I've ever talked about on this channel. I'm not joking when I say that watching this video was probably more painful than feeling my knee snap in half earlier this week. I'll now give you a moment to mentally prepare yourself for the huge amount of cringe you're about to endure. Okay, let's go.
What's up guys, it's Malcolm. I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Xbox, man, because Xbox is getting way too much hype. Now I'm saying, and the truth is that Xbox is the worst, it's so far just doing terrible in 2021.
Yeah, you guys, that's totally true. Xbox Series X is just doing so fucking shit in 2021. If you're wondering why you can't buy an Xbox Series X anywhere nowadays, it's not because they're all sold out. It's not because people are just buying them the second that they can. The real reason as to why you cannot buy an Xbox Series X in 2021 is because the console's actually so shit that factories refuse to produce more units. That's the truth, okay? No one wants to buy this. It's not sold out. Just people don't want to produce it. But yeah, honestly, the Xbox Series X has literally been sold out everywhere since it's been released, so I feel like it's doing just fine.
Absolutely nobody is buying an Xbox, and that's facts.
Yeah, I mean, again, they're fucking sold out everywhere, you dumb cunt. I guess it's too hard to use Google for this guy. Like, he just can't do it. He can't fucking search how many Xboxes have been sold.
Nobody wants an Xbox. Now I'm saying, and you'll be like, oh my gosh, but the Xbox is better than the PS5. It has a Blu-ray compatibility with expandable storage, with motion control, and quick resume, and RDNA architecture. No.
Wow, he was acting so obnoxious that even his mic thought, nah, fuck this shit, and decided to just not record what he said. Also, yes, Xbox has all those features, and I don't see what the problem is with them. They're good features, and hey, I'm pretty sure that the PlayStation 5 has some of those features as well, so...
Body cares about that, and I'm saying, you guys need to touch some grass, because nobody's looking at these features.
Yeah, man, it's us who needs to go outside and touch some grass. How ironic. Coming from the guy who probably claims women are some sort of mythical creature because he's never seen one in real life before.
Now I'm saying?
No, I literally have no idea what you've been saying this entire fucking video.
When a mother asks her son, what do you want for Christmas? That kid's gonna say a PS5.
Yeah, man, like, you know what children want, okay? Let's be honest. You're never gonna have a child. No woman will ever want to be anywhere near you, not just because you're a loser who cries on the internet about my plastic box is better than your plastic box, but also because you sound squeaky as fuck. Like, you think any woman will want you with that voice and constantly yelling at her, you know what I'm saying? No.
He's not gonna say, oh, I want an Xbox because it has quick resume and all these features and backwards compatibility.
Actually, backwards compatibility is very good, even for the parents. They won't have to buy their child new games. They can just put the old games into the new console and they'll play better. Unfortunately, Sony really doesn't do the same shit. So that might be why this guy's crying about it.
I want it all, mommy, please give me it. Little Timmy's not gonna say that. Little Timmy doesn't care. Little Timmy wants to play COD on his beautiful white PS5 controller.
Okay, so first of all, who the fuck still plays COD? Second of all, you can get a white Xbox controller. You are aware of that, right? Oh yeah, and you can also play Call of Duty on the Xbox.
Little Timmy wants to play Ratchet and Clank. Little Timmy wants to play Final Fantasy Intergrade. He doesn't want to play, whatever the hell's on Xbox.
Okay, but what if this hypothetical little Timmy does in fact prefer Xbox games? What if little Timmy wants to play Halo and Gears of War and Fable instead of Ratchet and Clank? But let me guess, right? Halo and Fable, those are shit games. They suck. They're not good. And Ratchet & Clank, that's just the greatest game of all time because it's, it's made by Sony, it's exclusive to the PlayStation, it must be the greatest thing ever made. See, some little Timmies like Xbox games, and other little Timmies prefer PlayStation exclusives, and that's totally fucking fine. Because, regardless of what console you buy, it will never live up to the PC. So it's okay, it doesn't matter, you're all equally shit. By the way, I can't wait to review Uncharted when it finally comes to PC.
He doesn't care about those stupid little features that they're selling you, those little gimmicks that they're selling you. Nobody's buying the PS5 for the what's it called, the little rumble in here. Nobody's buying it for the vibrations and all that stuff. Nobody cares about that stuff. Face the facts, nobody's caring about those stupid little features.
Well, evidently people do care a lot about these features, because if they didn't, you know, they wouldn't constantly talk about how much they like them.
Nobody cares. The PS5 is dominating the Xbox because it has way more exclusives, and I'm saying way more exclusives.
PlayStation has like 3 more exclusives, and that's when we count all exclusives, including the ones that haven't been released yet. If we're just looking at the released exclusives, then yes, Sony has like 5 more, I suppose. But who really cares that PlayStation has more exclusives? Last time I checked, it was mainly about like the quality of the game. And you know, PlayStation exclusives don't have the greatest quality, let me just say that. I mean, what does the PlayStation 5 have right now? Demon's Souls, which from what I've heard is a pretty shitty remake. Then you have the standalone Miles Morales Spider-Man DLC. I don't know how good that is, but from what I've heard it's incredibly short. And the other Spider-Man game was pretty shit as well, not gonna lie. Then you have Returnal, a game so broken that when it released, the developers literally told people to not play the game. And then there is Ratchet & Clank, a game that is also only 10 hours long. Keep in mind that all these games, including the one that literally didn't work and the developers told you to not play when it released, are 70 euros. No, I'm sorry, $70. They're 80 euros for some reason. Don't know how that works. Euros are more valuable than dollars, but okay. That is more money you pay for games with worse quality.
The Xbox is absolutely trash. I'm saying nobody wants that stuff.
Hey, so quick question, why is his gameplay of Final Fantasy VII Remake just him running around this single village doing literally nothing the entire time? Like, why?
I'm saying that's why everybody keeps talking about Game Pass, because, you know, people just feel bad for Xbox, man. Game Pass is literally the only thing on there that's good. Literally the only thing. That's the reason why nobody else talks about anything else on the Xbox except for Game Pass. Game Pass is the only thing they talk about on Xbox. That's the only thing they care about.
My guy, didn't you earlier in this video say that you were getting annoyed that people just kept talking about the features of the Xbox, like backwards compatibility? And now you're sitting here pretending that nobody talks about anything on Xbox besides Game Pass? Like, stop fucking contradicting yourself. And no, people don't just only talk about Game Pass and the smaller features of the Xbox Series X when it comes to Xbox. They also talk about the upcoming exclusive games like Fable and Perfect Dark, Halo, that kind of shit, you know?
That's the only thing Xbox got going for it. And Game Pass isn't even that good. Now I'm saying I downloaded the app on my phone. I checked out the games that they had. Now I'm saying they didn't even have anything. Most of the games were just freaking Xbox 360 games that I could easily buy an Xbox 360 for $30 and then go to GameStop and buy the games for $1 a pop.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spend too much time on this, but it's obviously incredibly wrong. There are over 350 games on Game Pass right now, and not all of them are shitty Xbox 360 games. There are plenty of current gen games on Xbox Game Pass, and as we all know, every single time an EA or Microsoft game comes out, it's automatically day one on Game Pass.
Now I'm saying nobody cares about those games, man. Game Pass has nothing going for it. Now I'm saying you have no reason to buy an Xbox, man. Zero reason whatsoever.
Okay, but like, what if you want to play Halo or Perfect Dark or Fable or Bethesda games? You know, what are you supposed to then? Right, and let's say that you want to play those games and you don't want to get a PC. Right, but where do you play them then? Because you can't play them on Nintendo. You can't play them on the PlayStation. So you're gonna have to get an Xbox, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, right? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying.
Now I'm saying, and by the way, I can't really focus in the game, so that's why I'm kind of just running around and stuff, because, you know, I don't really have those editing skills to put my voice behind, like, the gameplay and stuff, so...
Okay, so this guy lacks the mental capacity to play a video game and talk at the same time. Incredible. And also, like, you realize that you can just record your voice and the gameplay separately. Like, you can play the game, record you playing the game, then put the gameplay in the editing software, and then record yourself saying what you want to say, and put your voice in the editing software underneath the gameplay. It's incredibly difficult. It takes like 20 minutes, and that's including the recording of the video game.
Since I have my PC, I'll probably get like a GPU and start upping my quality. But anyways, man.
Yeah, please explain to me how a good CPU would suddenly make you able to fucking multitask. Or do you need a good CPU in order to separately record gameplay and audio? What is this logic?
It's just ridiculous how people keep hyping up the Xbox. Like, they're just hyping it up for no reason, you know what I'm saying? They're hyping it up because it has Game Pass and backwards compatibility, acting like the Xbox One didn't have all that stuff. And look who won the last gen, the PS4, because of the exclusives. And now y'all wanna switch it up? Y'all wanna switch it up and say you care about those stupid little gimmicky features? Nobody cares.
Yeah, well, again, clearly, people care. And also, Xbox does in fact have exclusives. Or maybe they're not exclusive because they're also on the PC. But there are games on Xbox that are not on PlayStation, and if you don't want to get a PC, you have to get an Xbox in order to play them. That's a fact. Also, there are plenty of PlayStation quote-unquote exclusives either already on PC or coming to PC, so I don't, you know... but you'll never see PlayStation fans mention those.
Nobody cares. Now I'm saying, if I was a grown, adult with a kid, now I'm saying, and I asked my kid, what console do you want for Christmas? And that kid straight up says, Xbox. I'm disowning that kid.
Yeah, well, you don't have to worry about that, dude, because as I've told you before in this video, you will never have children. You will never touch a woman.
I'm straight up disowning that kid. I'm saying, I don't want nothing to do with that kid. I'm putting that kid up for adoption. I don't want that kid.
I don't want that kid. Also, nice fucking pause screen gameplay, my dude. Very nice. I'm fucking done with this video, but let's keep going for a little bit longer.
I mean, you don't need to bring your kid to the doctor and look in his brain. If he has an Xbox, you already know he has some mental problems. You already know.
Yeah, okay, I'm skipping to where he's done talking about this imaginary kid of his that he will never have.
If you brought a girl over and you had an Xbox in your room, she's grabbing her purse and immediately boosting. You're just running out the door.
Yeah, well, you don't have to worry about that happening to you. Not because you don't have an Xbox, but because a girl would never come home with you, just in general. Like, have you heard your voice again? Like,
you know, nobody wants to have anything to do with somebody who owns an Xbox. You're mentally ill. Now I'm saying,
sure, they're the ones who are mentally ill, but you are totally mentally okay. The guy is screaming his lungs out about Xbox. He's mentally just fine.
Put someone in a room with a serial killer and put someone in the room with the Xbox, you're gonna see that the person's, much more scared with the person in the Xbox room.
Yes, you heard that correctly. If you have an Xbox, you are in fact worse than a serial killer. This is fact.
Listen, you're a criminal if you use Game Pass. Like, no joke, you're a criminal. You're stealing games from the developer.
Okay, so if the developer willingly, voluntarily puts their game on Game Pass, which they do, because they get paid for it. So Microsoft pays them to put their game on Game Pass, and then they receive royalties for people that, pay for Game Pass and all that shit. So they put their game on Game Pass and they receive money. How is that stealing? Explain.
You're doing a crime. I'm saying you're paying $1 to Xbox only. Where do you really think that $1 is going to the game developer? No, it's not.
Okay, so first of all, I'm pretty sure that only the first 3 months are $1, and after that, every month is $10. And yes, of course they pay the developers, but you think Microsoft just rolls up to like EA, puts a gun to the EA CEO's head and says, "You're gonna put your games for free on Game Pass"? No, they're getting paid by Microsoft. Like, why else would they put their games voluntarily on this server? Or service, sorry.
No, it's not. It's not going to the game developer. Are you stupid? Of course not. It's going to Xbox. So a game developer is getting jack squat from putting their game on Game Pass. Jack squat. Now I'm saying, look at Jeffrey Dahmer, bro. He's a serial killer, right? Jeffrey Dahmer, he was a serial killer. Now I'm saying he was killing people, doing weird stuff, mutilating, doing all that BS. Look where he started. He probably started off stealing little stuff from the 7-Eleven.
Yeah, so I'm gonna stop this video here because I really cannot continue to listen to this retardation. Essentially what he's saying is that you're stealing games on Game Pass, and because you're stealing the games, it's slowly gonna turn you into a psychopath serial killer. Yeah, because that's how that works. Also, you're not stealing the games. Of course, the developers are getting paid. If they weren't, they wouldn't put their games on Game Pass. That's just called thinking logically. But yeah, this is the end of the video. If you somehow enjoyed this bullshit, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you for the next video. Goodbye.